Okay. Kanye West with his fourth studio album, 808s and Heartbreak. This album influenced a lot of artists that you may know today, like Juice WRLD, Travis Scott, I think, Lil Uzi Vert, you know. This influenced a lot of people that are now famous today. So, of course, some people like this album, but it didn't really get that much, appreciation when it originally came out in 2008. People actually did like this album because of the amount of autotune, and it wasn't like graduation or whatever. So yeah, Kanye West shows a lot of emotion on this album. So let's get into the track list. So the first song on here, if you guys can actually see it, is "Say You Will." I think "Say You Will" is a pretty good song. I like the beat. Kanye does pretty good, and the long outro, which I think gets a lot of criticism because the song didn't need to be because the song I actually don't really mind. I think it's sounds pretty good. So yeah, I give "Say You Will" an 8.9 out of 10. Now, welcome to Heartbreak, however. This is really good. I'm a big Kid Cudi fan, but I didn't really know much Kid Cudi here, but I love Kid Cudi on this one. Though the beat is great. Kanye does pretty good on it. Kid Cudi does really good on the hook too. I think this is like a really good, set like thing to show, the tone of this whole album. I think it's pretty good. I get that one a 10 out of 10. Now, next up we have Heartless. Heartless is like the most popular song in this album, so you might know it. I think it's pretty good. I love it a lot. But there's not really much to talk about it because everyone knows about the song. So why talk about this more than all the other tracks? 9 out of 10. Now, Amazing is also an amazing song. Alright, I love Amazing. Kanye is really good. Young Jay-Z, which you think probably wouldn't really have like a verse that's actually compelling on here. He has a really good verse. 9 out of 10. Actually, no, 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The next song here, okay. Love Lockdown, which I think is like the other most popular song. I think it's pretty good. Not really much to say about this. It's pretty generic though, if I'm being honest. 8.9 out of 10. Now, Paranoid. This gets a lot of love from people. And I agree. Paranoid is really good. The beat's good. Kanye is good. Mr. Hudson on the chorus is amazing. This song is great. 10 out of 10. I'm picking my hair for the whole thing. Should this be like a staple for this series? It's like we talking about the album, I'm picking my hair. Alright, now the next song is RoboCop, which is probably my favorite song on this album. From the 808 drums in like the end of each chorus, from like the piano type beat, it gives me vibes like this. This is from 2008, but it feels like this album came out a week ago. RoboCop is amazing. I love this song so much. Yeah, I'll give this one a 10 out of 10. Okay, now Streetlights. Now this part of the album actually gets really hated from people. I don't see why. I don't think any song is bad over here. Streetlights I think is really good. I mean, it doesn't really have anything much to offer, but if it's for what Kanye does on here, he doesn't do bad. He does really good on here. 8.9 out of 10. Now, Bad News is basically like Streetlights. So I think Streetlights and Bad News are basically like filler tracks. But Bad News, I like Bad News. I don't like it as much as Streetlights though. But I think Bad News is pretty good. 8.5 out of 10. Now, see you in my nightmares. This one, critics hate it, but the fans love it. I'm one of those fans. It just randomly flashed there. I swear I just saw that flash. Why did it flash? Okay, it doesn't matter. I think Lil Wayne does really good. His verse is great. Kanye does also really good on the track, and the beat like this song, like the beat could be used as like a workout song. Like it's really good. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Let me get to Coldest Winter. I think this is a really good song. Like the last song on here isn't shown because people like I guess it's like on the album it was seen as an extra because it was like a live performance thing. So if Coldest Winter was actually like the last song of this album, I wouldn't mind it. I think it's a really good song and I think it's like a really good like outro for the album. So yeah, Coldest Winter, 9.5 out of 10. Then we get to the song that's naturally not even on the track list, Pinocchio Story. Pinocchio Story was a live performance, and I think it was like a freestyle. Okay, I think it's really good. Like the fact it's freestyle. That's probably one of the most saddest songs in this album. 10 out of 10. I think people like that don't like the song only really have problems because of like sound quality. But like, I don't really care about that. When you get to the lyrics, it makes you like love it even more, you know. So yeah, overall, this album is amazing. It is an amazing album. There is some problems with the track list, like Streetlights and Bad News. They're basically not that different from each other, and I think they're probably were just there for filler. But they're also really good songs, so it doesn't really matter anyway. See You My Nightmares. Lil Wayne doesn't really have like a great voice on here, but his voice is like really good. It's just like he's tried to sing, which it didn't really come off as singing. It just came out as just rapping, basically. Love Lockdown is pretty generic, but I love Love Lockdown, so I didn't care. Yeah. Basically, this is a really experimental album for Kanye, and I think he did really good. Definitely since his other experimental album that came out after this wasn't that good. I'm thinking of a 9.9 on this record. Yeah. Tell me your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Or did you despise it? Tell me what rating you would give the album, and maybe tell me why. Maybe tell me your favorite tracks. Anyway, before you guys leave, like and subscribe, so that I can get 140 subscribers before the end of the year. This is Blue Jim Morales, out. How much?